We're out of storage, so the stream won't be recorded.
Oh, okay. Well, okay.
All right. Welcome, everybody, to Twitch Tuesday, now on Wednesday, now back on Tuesday, now still on YouTube. I'm Nat. That's Dylan. We are late, but we're here. We gotta do the show.
Mhm.
What's going on, Dylan? How are you doing?
We just got back from a trivia night at Mellow Mushroom. We lost, but it was me, my wife, and several other friends of mine who are also therapists, and we named the team Coked Out 40.
Oh, okay.
And they didn't say the coked out part. They were like, and the Freudians, and we said, say it. And they wouldn't. Also with us today is Danny. He's just Danny. Danny,
yeah, I'm good. Just working a lot.
Yeah.
I picked up another side hustle.
Another one?
Yeah, I'm doing weddings on weekends.
That's the serving stuff, right? You'd mentioned that in chat.
Mm-hmm.
How was the first wedding? Because you just did the first one like a little bit ago, right?
I did the second one last weekend.
Yeah,
but the first one was pretty good. It was like a over 200 people wedding.
Nice.
Person wedding.
Was that bank or was that like waste of your fucking time?
It was good. Yeah. I made more bank to this last one, and it was hilarious. We had a hilarious incident where the fire alarm went off in the ballroom.
Yeah,
and then the DJ played that Sean Kingston song, "Fire Burning."
Yeah,
Nelly hot in here.
That's pretty good. A DJ who knows how to respond to the place burning down by giving a soundtrack.
That was a true MVP right there.
Yeah.
Thing I've seen.
Was this the same wedding that got all the Taylor Swift stuff?
Yes, but I know my crowd.
Mm-hmm.
I know the crowd here.
Yeah. Kelsey's not here, so
that's true.
Not here. Stay tuned for the Swiftie dating podcast show.
Listen, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm like the biggest Swiftie ever. Like I love folklore.
Nat's gonna be a special guest.
1989 Red. Come on.
I know. Nat Taylor's version right here.
Nat, you love Taylor Swift as much as you love Cowboy Bebop.
I can't get enough of Cowboy Bebop in any anime for that matter. Love it.
God damn it. Anyway.
I have not watched One Piece, but I probably should.
So what's the consensus on that? Because I have not heard any people say what their opinions are. Is it
on live action One Piece?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Haven't watched it, and it's actually the one anime manga I did not read or watch.
You didn't watch One Piece?
I have not.
The animation was pretty. Everybody largely agreed that Bleach and Naruto was superior in most ways, but One Piece just keeps on going. I actually thought about picking it up. I thought about actually starting to read it here soon. But I will say this.
I've thought about One Piece, but there's 1,000 episodes on the anime alone.
There's too many to watch.
The manga.
It's overwhelming.
It's just too much.
Yeah, what I think the best way to do, and what I probably will end up doing eventually, I might start around Christmas. Around Christmas time, I always pick up a manga that I should have started reading forever ago. Start reading it, and then when I catch a sweet ass fight, go check out what the anime did with that fight. Right? Be like, oh, when it's this fight, all right, cool. Let's go see how the anime did it, and then after I read it, be like, cool, all right, and then just kind of do that. And then maybe I jump in on the tail end of maybe I jump in around episode 950 or 1,000. What a ridiculous statement I just said. Maybe I jump in around episode 950 or 1,000.
That's just the third season too.
Right. Yeah. That's nuts. But
is One Piece still going on?
One Piece is still going.
It hasn't stopped.
The manga.
It was. I remember it being on the air while I was in middle school, so it's been a while.
Yeah. It's been going on since at least 2003, at least. 20 years.
So I was 10.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, on today's show, you guys may have caught our sweet headline, Jake is hot garbage.
Jake is hot garbage.
Not even going to defend himself.
So do we just want to hop right in, or do we want to catch? Is there anything else worth talking about?
I think we just hop right in because I feel like the clickbait is gonna set in for a little bit, so we might as well just jump in.
Yeah, that's true. I want people who randomly check in because of the clickbait to be actually in on the conversation. So, Let me scroll through our very, very Taylor Swift heavy chat. And
so I had to like, pull the thumbnail that I made for this this episode, and I had to like go through like 30 pictures of Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce stuff. It's like,
oh my god, yeah.
You, Danny and Kelsey, you guys gotta chill.
I know. Yeah. I've got to scroll really hard through the chat really quick. Hold on, because there's so much.
I mean, Nat doesn't mind. That's his favorite.
Oh, no, that's right. Yeah, I love Taylor Swift.
Yeah. Nat, you're snitching. You're snitching.
Yeah. It's PLD. We're protecting his health.
PLD is like openly.
He's such a hater.
Let's just be honest for a second. I'm gonna I don't hate Taylor Swift. I'm not actively seeking out her music, but I feel like Paul's hate for Taylor Swift is just like way too extreme. Like, it's like,
I feel like
hates her.
He like wakes up every day and wanted to like voodoo doll her.
Yeah, he wakes up and he's choosing violence on the Swifties, right? Like he's openly.
It's really sad.
Today.
It's really sad how she lives rent free in his head all day.
Mm-hmm.
I know, right? It's crazy.
Very crazy.
So I'm actually thinking of just like getting into Taylor Swift just so I can stop lying.
So, all right, I found not the exact descriptive words of it. I found like the halfway point. But for those wondering at home, Jake Yachiavetta, you may know him. Everybody does. If you watch this show, you definitely know who it is.
He has.
We purposely aired this late just so he wouldn't pop on us like past his bedtime.
Yeah, yeah. We can't have Jake muddle in the waters here. So this past weekend, what's going on with Jake in Alabama life? Well, aside from some hot Star Wars takes apparently, and putting his phone number on Twitter, I saw that again while reading through it. Jake did this whole situation, and what we're gonna do, we're gonna play the game. Is Jake the asshole? Now the title may be alluding to what we think, but we'll see. I don't know. Let's see if all three of us agree on this one. So,
JTA is Jake the asshole.
Yep. The viewers at home, here's what happened. So Jake, while living in Alabama, now you may be thinking mobile home, and I get that. Jake, over this past weekend, while living at his home, had heard a party going on about a block away, right? So there's music booming, they're partying, and from block away is pretty far. It's one thing to hear it like, a couple houses down, like that's still pretty loud, but here at a block away, and that's what Jake says, that's a pretty noticeable loud banging. So Jake, being the guy that he is, loads up beers in his pocket and presumably is loaded to the tits with joints and weed, as he usually is, and takes himself over to this party at, I guess, would you call them a neighbor? I don't know. They're not like directly. I guess it's kind of a neighbor, right? So goes over to this house party, like a block away. People that he does not know. He drives by and does this, but I don't think he's ever mentioned meeting and greeting him. Doesn't know anybody on a first name basis. Shows up to this party and just starts hanging out. He says he brought his own beers. He's drinking them. He's talking to people there, and he proceeds to make several complaints. That they didn't have barbecue, which was his first big sin there. The second was that they were not very welcoming, and he specifically says, and I quote, "Well, I rolled up, said hi, chilled for a second, and felt unwelcome. Southern hospitality, my ass." Now, I recapped it as such. He packed up beers, went to a party, uninvited, proceeded not to get a warm welcome from strangers, and then left angry that they weren't welcoming at all about Jake's presence there. So based on the information we have at hand, guys, is Jake the asshole?
So I'll start by saying that I'm not from the South. I don't know how you guys do it down south. This is not something that I would do. Like, I would not just like roll up to someone's party and just invite myself. So I don't know. I'm missing that perspective from Jake. Like, it could be like totally acceptable down south. I don't know. You can attest to that more, Dylan.
I can attest to the Southern culture, but I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait. I'll let you go first, and then Danny.
I do consider myself a pretty social person. Like, I can get along with people. I can like have a conversation, but I wouldn't like just put myself into that environment of like people especially people you don't know.
Mhm.
Like I know you're your neighbors and all, but like these are strangers, and it could be a private party. So I don't think necessarily Jake had the worst intentions. Like he's looking to make friends, and I don't think that makes him an asshole. But
Tried and true Jake is not.
Yeah, but is it socially acceptable? I don't know. What do you think, Danny?
Yeah. So to me, that's just very strange culture.
Yeah. How does this
If
fly?
I rolled up anywhere, in the rough streets of New Jersey,
Yeah.
I definitely would not be coming back in one piece.
So you're telling me if there's a house
Rough
party
streets
going
of
on
New
in Jersey,
I don't even know the name of my neighbor next door.
Yeah.
So,
and that's a next door.
so, like, just randomly walking down the road to find the nearest barbecue party.
Yeah. And
Didn't
bro,
have
they didn't
barbecue.
even have barbecue. That's what made him the most mad.
And did you actually mention that this barbecue party had no barbecue?
Yes.
So,
Yeah, I mentioned that
in
they
a way,
had
they
no
are
barbecue. He was furious.
In a way, they also are assholes too, because they're going to advertise that they're having a barbecue party without barbecue.
Well, to be fair, they're not advertising anything.
They're not advertising their party. They're just having.
Well, Jake followed his senses, and he thought that there was going to be a barbecue in the barbecue party.
Yeah, he did. And to be fair,
okay, again, no one claimed there was a barbecue party. It's
never
just a party.
No signage.
So it was just a random. It was just random people sitting on a lawn. They could have not been having a party.
Of people.
He just rolled up uninvited and brought beer, and got mad that he couldn't drink the beer and be warmed with Southern hospitality.
Well, I don't think it was that they couldn't drink the beer. I think he was drinking the beer regardless of if they could or not.
Yeah, you can't stop drinking the beer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you can't stop. You can't. Not in the South, you can't. If somebody wants to drink a beer, they're going to drink a beer. They don't care how fast they're driving. So
yeah, I've seen the King of the Hill show.
Exactly. Now, okay. So you guys largely agree it's against social faux pas. Now I'm going to add a Southern culture faux pas to you, right? A little bit of Southern culture, if you will. This is like definitely not an uncommon thing in the South, right? If you are in a neighborhood and you're having a party and one of your neighbors comes knocking at your door, just pops in this and say hi or something like that. That's like, I'm not saying it happens all the time. I'm not saying it happens like there's a 9 out of 10 chance if you're throwing a party, they're going to knock at your door. But it's not like, I would say it's like a 20% chance, right? You got a 1 in 5. If you have 5 like house parties throughout the year, there's a good chance one of those parties, a neighbor might knock on your door, pop by, say, hey, heard you were raging. Just wanted to say hi. How are things going, right? That largely comes from the 20s and the college culture of that. Now, as adults, it gets a little bit more tricky. As adults, there's still a little bit of that, but it's not all the way. Like, I think it goes down from, in college, it's probably closer to like 33%, like maybe more, probably closer to 50, actually. I can think about probably 1 in every 2 parties here in the South. If you went to a party, random people would just show up and they'd be like, hey, saw you were partying. And we're like, fuck yeah, everybody's partying. Great time. Post 30s, it happens less. It happens much, much less, right? But Jake being a neighbor means he's in the neighborhood. And here's my Southern take on it. I don't think Jake's the asshole in this circumstance. Jake brought his own beer, didn't ask for any beer, brought probably his own weed, which is very chill. He's in Alabama. Surely there's a 1 in 2 chance that these guys are wanting to party. He goes to what presumably is some child's 7th birthday party. I don't know. But he goes to this party, does the Southern thing, says the hello, brings his own beer, not trying to take much of anything off you. If you have spare barbecue, offer it up. Great. They didn't have that. That's a social miss on this part. And he gets sent packing. So I don't think, based on cultural variations of the situation, that he's the asshole. I do think it is a bit silly that this late in the game, though, that he thought that was okay. Like I said, in your 20s, that definitely lands. In your 30s, that's much less so. And again, neighborhood to neighborhood vibe. If I gotta see what Jake's neighborhood looks like. If I go to his neighborhood, I'm like, Jake, what the fuck? You definitely should not be going to people's houses on like random house parties.
For sure. And to be clear, I don't think Jake is the asshole in this situation. I don't think anyone's an asshole in this situation.
No, Jake's hot garbage. He shouldn't have gone to this person's house.
Jake's hot garbage, but if you take this situation out of context, then it's maybe not. I think that it is acceptable. Like if you're in college, that's a whole different thing. College is a whole different world.
College is fake living. College is the most
you can
simulation.
just pop into any party you want in college, you know?
Yeah.
It's not real life.
Yeah.
But even then, like back in college when it was like my freshman year, my friends were like, "Hey, why don't you come out last night?" I was like, "Oh, no one invited me." I was like, "We don't have to invite you, just like show up."
Bro, you just go places.
Okay. And that's fine for college. But like,
yes.
I don't think it's like I don't think it's wrong for Jake to do what he did per se. But like it
yes,
is
you do. Don't lie.
weird.
You definitely think it's not
weird.
okay.
Oh, look who it is. I guess he finished with his nap.
The culprit here.
So far, he's just loading screen. So
it's just loading.
There we go.
There he is.
Straight from Alabama himself.
I am not the asshole.
Listen, I'm with you. But
okay, he's got.
I was waiting for the whole stream to end.
I'm just staying waiting in the stream.
I wouldn't even be mad. Is there a new Ahsoka episode to watch? I didn't look.
I don't even know what Ahsoka is. Is that a Star Trek thing?
Yeah.
It's Star Trek.
You got it.
Is that a Marvel DC?
It's a Marvel show.
What's the next Marvel show? Is that Loki season 2?
Loki. That comes out here in like a couple weeks.
Next
I should probably finish Secret Invasion.
It's coming out next Thursday.
You don't need to.
I can't wait. And no, we're not talking about Jake Paul. Didn't you see the thumbnail? Oh no, you're on Twitch.
Oh, I forgot to put up the the chat. Yeah.
No, it's not about Jake Paul.
No, not Jake Paul. There's only one Jake that we talk about here.
Right.
That's Jake Alabama Yacovetta.
Yeah, Alabama Yacovetta.
Mr. Alabama man.
It really rolls off the tongue, can I say?
It does. I'm like surprised how well it flows off the tongue.
Mm.
But no, so what's the general consensus here? Is Jake the asshole?
I don't think so. Not in this story.
I think everybody kind of sucks here, and here's why.
Everybody sucks here. Yeah.
Everybody sucks here, right? Jake shouldn't have rolled up to this. We're all a little too for. If it was like regular circumstances or something, like here's the thing, up to a point, right? Up to a point. If he just was like, "Hey, your party's booming. I just want to say hi. I live a block over. Name's Jake," like introducing himself. I think that's maybe okay. But the idea that Jake went over to this party with the intention of hanging out at this party, that's the line where it's like, Jake, you invited yourself to a party with strangers. And like, as you get older, you invite less people now, right? I don't invite everybody I know to every party because I got a house I'm trying to like respect. So I don't just invite every person I know over. So I don't wake up with like half my stuff stolen and like broken. And then here comes Jake, who looks like he would absolutely steal or break something at a house, you know? Like,
yeah, imagine if you don't know Jake and this stranger with an oversized shirt, with a Panther side, with a Bud Light in his hand, with a joint in his finger. That's you're not gonna think this guy's welcome at the party.
This is a 7-year-old birthday party. He comes up
using explosive language in front of a 7-year-old child.
And he said, "What the fuck do you mean you don't have barbecue?"
Said, "Oh, you're 7. Fuck you." That's what he said.
That's terrible. A very good Jake impression.
Yeah. Well, you gotta say it a little bit more slower. You kind of gotta go down here. It's not full country. That's my problem. But you gotta go deeper and slower though, and you just gotta be like, "Man, fuck you.
Fuck y'all." Actually,
what do y'all mean you don't have barbecue? You know, it's something like that.
Fuck y'all. Full stop.
Yeah. That's for real. That's how you know it's really Jake. He drops that for real, and then you're like, that's Jake. For real. Yeah. Anyway, so Jake is silly for doing this, even in Southern culture. Even in Southern culture, at our age range, it starts to get much less acceptable. But it's funny.
I also feel like he shouldn't be offended that they didn't want to.
No, he definitely shouldn't. Like here's what I'll say. It's something that's like marginally allowed. But you should also understand that if you get turned away from this party, you're like, yeah, okay, that wasn't the right vibe. Like, that's like...
You know what, boundaries. I respect it.
Right, but he was like, fuck those boundaries and fuck their lack of barbecue. I didn't want to go to their shit barbecue anyway. And it's like, Jake, you weren't invited. I actually love all of it, though. I love it as a story. Like,
I do love it. I hope Jake never changes. That's what we're looking for.
No, I hope he never changes. I hope he always continues to do this kind of thing because that is such a trademark Jake Yakavetta thing to do. But chat, what do you guys think? I want to know if anybody's tuned in. Jeremy, are you still tuned in, buddy? Let me know. Do you think Jake's the asshole in this circumstance? Or do you think these people are fucked? How dare they have a loud, booming barbecue and not even have barbecue and Jake at it? One block within range. Let me know. I'm curious. I want to know what everybody else thinks.
Inquiring minds. And if you're catching us later, then just leave a comment.
Mm-hmm.
And let us know.
Yeah, if you're on the VOD, comment and let us know below. Do you think this is incredibly ridiculous ask, Jake, or do you think, what are you guys talking about? Here in the South, specifically in Alabama, this is wildly acceptable, and his neighbors are absolute uncultured swines. I don't care if it's their fifth or their kid's fifth birthday party. They should have brought the weed and left the Bud Light at home. Now actually, that's an important fact. Jake mentions bringing beer in his pocket, but he doesn't mention if it's Bud Light.
It's Bud Light. It's Jake. Come on. What else is he gonna bring? Heineken?
You know what? If he's rocking Bud Lights in Alabama to a party he doesn't know.
That's a good point. I didn't think about that. That's
I need that clarification. That actually totally makes or breaks the whole thing. If he brought Bud Light, that's a total fuckhead move.
But I mean, if he bought Bud Light and they didn't approve of that, then I'd say that's fair. That's good riddance. You know?
Yeah. Hold on. I gotta tag Jake real quick.
Tag him in the chat. We need to know.
Yeah, that changes the whole story. Like that really in Alabama, Bud Light doesn't fly. So
Jake just wants to go to sleep. We gotta leave him alone.
Well, if he wanted to go to sleep, he shouldn't go to sleep on the most exciting night of the week.
He was really mad that we didn't go live at like 8:00 or whatever. we don't have set time.
I offered to let him take a nap, and I was going to wake him up.
I know we never have a set time for the show. We kind of just always do it loosely around this time window.
TT doesn't just stand for Twitch Tuesday; it stands for Titty Time.
Titty time.
Titty time. Waits for no man.
Oh, that's why I'm on here. actually.
That's true. Get him out.
I didn't know where I was going with that. I just came up with that on spot. Titty time.
Did you? It shows. Danny, while you're here,
oh boy,
we need you to go ahead and pull up your accounts to Jen Sturgers and
I don't have it. What's the website?
Whatever.
Let's fucking do this off air. You know?
No, we're doing a content review. We just gotta get login.
Content review.
Yeah. Well, Paul said.
So should I open this on my phone or?
Oh, we got an update for Paul.
Yeah, I'm gonna reach out to Paul really quick.
Okay.
Is there anybody in the chat?
There's nobody. We're talking to the void.
Yeah, I would. Actually, this is the episode I'm surprised we're not the most booming on, to be honest.
I know.
Maybe they should be those.
We're like talking garbage about Jake.
I honestly think that we'll get some replays after the VOD's done.
After the what?
Retweets.
After it finishes streaming and it is a VOD.
Oh yeah, VOD. This will catch on. This is pretty late at night for some folks, though.
Yeah, this is later than we usually do it, but like, we were both had stuff to do before, so it makes sense.
Okay, I had to message Paul separately real quick, and I'm waiting to hear back from Jake. But Jake might have went to bed. So in the meantime, he remains the asshole, but then he double remains the asshole if he brought Bud Light to the party. Anyways, the writer's strike is finally over.
I was just gonna bring that up. It's finally at least the WGA strike is over.
The SAG-AFTRA one is still going.
Yeah.
And the screen actors being that stay in uniform or in uniformity with the union.
Right.
We stand for our actors not getting AI'd.
Mm-hmm.
Unless they request to.
I'm checking Twitter /X and like it's apparently a good deal. So that's good. Like good for the writers.
Yeah, no, the writers that's I mean, if they're taking it, it's probably a good deal. So good for them. That crossed over 100 days worth of strike. Oh my god, I can't wait to see the next year of bad content now. Joke's on them, Danny. We watch Japanese cartoons, and none of those writers went on strike, so we're gonna keep doing anime.
We finally got it.
And while I got Danny here, Danny, you've been watching Jujutsu Kaisen?
I'm still catching up.
Son of a bitch, Danny. I get you on the show one time. I get you on the show one fucking time.
One time.
I'm also still catching up. Jujutsu Kaisen, favorite anime.
No,
shut up. No, you aren't. No, you are not.
Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, isn't it? Jujutsu Kaisen.
That's it. Right. Danny, you've been watching Bleach. Come on, man. I'm giving you something here.
Bleach?
Yeah.
I have not watched Bleach, no. I told you already. I'm doing my side.
Danny doesn't watch anime, I'm telling you.
I have no time for TV.
Jake replied back and said, "The fuck do you think?"
So that explains everything.
Jake, in fact, was the asshole. Read the room, Jake. You're in Alabama, and you brought Bud Light, the most offensive beer in the South. Jake is the asshole.
Jake is the asshole.
Thank you. Yeah, just go ahead and leave it up. Just for
I'm trying. It keeps clicking off. All right, we'll leave it up.
Does he keep clicking it off?
Yeah, I think it's good now.
Okay. There's been no good movies or television.
There's been bad ones though. You know,
like there's been one particular.
If you've been to the movies, there's been some stinkers. Because I saw Expendables 4 over the weekend.
How was a bunch of old men fighting?
It was bad, man. It was even worse than the first three. Like, it's so bad.
That's impressive.
The decisions they make zero sense.
Yes.
So, do you care if I spoil Expendables 3?
Absolutely. In fact, drop a spoiler tag. I want to hear the whole spoilers. I want to hear this whole movie start to finish.
Hang on, because I think the A's of 4 in Expendables. That's the way it's like it is.
It's the Expend-4s. Fulls.
There we go. There we go. Okay, so the scene opens up, and I don't know where I was going when I started that sentence because I don't remember the start of this movie. Straight up, I don't remember most of this movie, but I remember Megan Fox and Jason Statham have like a little thing going on.
Yeah,
and Megan Fox is apparently also an expendable. So there's this guy in like Russia or whatever. He's like the mayor or governor or some kind of political figure. Mm-hmm. And then Iwo Uwais, who's like from the Raid movies, he just shows up and he's like working everybody, kills everybody, kills the mayor or governor, whatever.
Yeah.
And so like Sylvester Stallone calls up Jason Statham. He's like, "Oh, hang on, I didn't put spoilers. I just put the title."
Yeah, you just put the title. That's okay. To be fair, what Expendables fan is coming in and being like, "Holy shit!"
Probably the one fan.
Yeah.
Okay, so Sylvester Stallone calls up Jason Statham. He shows up at his door, and when he gets there, Megan Fox is like throwing shit at him. He's like they're in an argument,
right?
And blah blah, like lovers quarrel. So Sylvester Stallone tells Jason Statham like, "Hey, I got another job, but before that, some guy stole my ring. Some guy won my ring off of a bet." Of a thumb war. Like, you mean an arm wrestle? Like, no, thumb wrestling. So they show up to this bar, and then Jason Statham just beats up everybody just to get this ring back. He won fair and square in a thumb war.
Yeah.
So he's like, and Buster Stone's like, "Oh, I can't fight them because my back hurts." And he ends up his back does not in fact hurt.
Right, but then then he proceeds to do the whole rest of this movie though with his back hurt thing.
No, I'll get to that. So he does not do the whole rest of this movie. So they go and gather up a team, including Dolph Lundgren's character, who's been in previous movies. 50 Cent is in this movie. And
does he get really quick after that? Does he get shot?
You know what? He does not. So that's a big missed opportunity. But they do something fun with him, which I'll get to. But he is just a terrible actor. Like, I'm sorry. He's so bad. So they gather up this team, and they go to get Uwais. And then so Sylvester Stallone's in the helicopter, like monitoring everything, and everyone's on the ground level trying to catch this guy. And then at one point, Jeremy says the franchise should have ended after the second one. The franchise should have ended after the first one, if we're being fair.
The franchise should have been a franchise.
Yeah. So Sylvester Stallone's in the helicopter. It gets shot down. It's like it's falling. It's about to crash. Jason Statham abandons the target to go save Sylvester Stallone, but the plane crashes anyway. Sylvester Stallone is dead.
What was Statham gonna do exactly? Like,
I don't remember how he was gonna save him, but he was gonna do something that might have worked, but it didn't work because the plane crashed.
Okay. So Sly dies.
He died. When he gets to the plane crash, there's like a hand, like it's all burned off, and there's his ring that he got from the bar fight. It's on it. So Jason Statham cuts off the hand from this body, brings it back to the bar that he lost the ring at, and just holds it on display. He holds it on display with the ring, like he was like, Sylvester Stallone would not have wanted this.
Yeah. You know what? So far, you know what this sounds like? Like, this sounds unironically what like Thunder Gun Express is on the Always Sunny universe. Dolph Lundgren and all.
Oh, it's so good. It's so bad, but it's so good.
Yeah. Okay.
So I don't know. I don't remember if Andy Garcia has been a part of this franchise. He's like the boss guy. He's like the head of the Expendables, and he goes up to Jason Statham like, Jason Statham, you blew the mission. You went to save Sylvester Stallone. You're off the team. And then he was like, "What the fuck? I tried to save my best friend." And then 50 Cent, who's like such a dick in this movie for no reason, he's like, "That was his decision to make. You shouldn't have that was sacrifice means nothing." And then so Jason Statham was kicked off the team. Megan Fox is the new leader of the Expendables for some reason.
Sure, why not?
So they all go on this mission to get to the bad guy. And then Jason Statham decides to find one of Sylvester Stallone's old friends, who's played by Tony Jaa. He finds him. Who's like, "Oh, I'm not that guy." And he was like, "Well, I gotta take your boat because Sylvester Stallone is dead." And he was like, "Sylvester Stallone is dead? Well, I'm going with you. Like, I am actually that guy I lied before."
Surprise! I am that guy.
So they go on the boat, and he's like, I don't. This is where I get off. Like, I'm not coming with you because I used to like kill a bunch of people, and every kill takes a little bit away from you, so I can't kill anymore. Spoilers: he does kill again. So they drop Jason Statham off. He like grapple hooks on, but the rest of the team, they get captured. Apparently, there's a spy in their group. And it's like, oh, who tipped the enemy off? And then so the bad guys take away Andy Garcia to make some demands from the U.S. government or whatever. I don't know. So he's separated from the rest of the group. Jason Statham rescues them all. At this point, Tony Jaa just changes his mind. He's like helping out Jason Statham. He's killing a bunch of people.
I am not only that guy. I do in fact enjoy killing people again.
Yes. So they rescue the group. So it turns out Andy Garcia is the traitor. Like, who saw that coming? The guy they separated from the rest of the group.
Right.
So a bunch of stuff happens. A bunch of people get killed. Jason Statham. So what it is that it's a submarine or like a ship or whatever.
Okay, hold on. You didn't mention this was underwater at any point, but
it's on a boat.
Okay.
So they have like torpedoes. So the ship is disguised as a U.S. cruiser, and it's aimed towards Russia. So they're trying to start World War III.
Yeah.
So like they're gonna try to frame the U.S. and start World War III because it's very profitable for them somehow.
Sure.
So everything's all set. The bombs are about to go off. Jason Statham and the Expendables are trying to get off the boat. They got off. Everyone slides down the grapple hook onto the boat, but Jason Statham is the last one, and he was like, "No, I'm staying." He throws the grapple hook off, and then he gives a nod to Megan Fox. She nods back. It's romantic and all that. So he's like trying to stop this whole operation from happening. I don't know why the rest of the crew couldn't help him with this, but whatever. I remember it was because Randy Couture, who's also a part of the Expendables. He's like an MMA fighter, if you didn't know. But he gets shot, so they have to like help him on the boat.
Wait, isn't that what happens in the second or third one? Like, doesn't what's his face just gets shot and they have to bring him back in an airplane and then he dies?
Dylan, I truly don't know. It could have happened. It could have not. I don't know.
I've seen that at the gym. That's the only reason I know anything about the Expendables. I'm fairly certain that's a part.
So Jason Statham gets into this fight with Andy Garcia. It's not really a fight because it's no contest. It's Andy Garcia.
It sounds like
it's Jason Statham.
Statham's gonna take this.
It's like a standoff. Andy Garcia's like, "Hey, come fight me like a man," and then Jason Statham walks from. It's like a Mexican standoff. There's like a burning boat and everywhere and all that. It's like, and he pulls out a freaking gun. It's like, you should not have taken me up on that. And then a helicopter comes out from the sky and shoots down Andy Garcia. Sylvester Stallone has been alive this entire time. So that's how they resolved the movie. Sylvester Stallone pretended to die because I skipped over this part. It's very important. It was like a secret document that states that Andy Garcia is the traitor, but it cannot. It's classified until all parties involved are dead. So Sylvester Stallone was the last one, and so he faked his own death so that this file would be declassified. It was all part of a plan. He shoots down Andy Garcia. Everyone's happy. Everyone goes back to the bar. And then Jason Statham's like, "Hey, so who's that dead body I saw?" It was the guy who beat him in thumb wrestling for the ring, who did nothing wrong. They just straight up killed this guy.
Murdered an innocent person.
This guy who did nothing wrong.
Right.
and used his body as the decoy. And that's Expendables 4.
Sly Stallone literally goes up to you in a bar, says, "Hey, you want to arm wrestle or you want to thumb wrestle?" And then you beat him. And your reward is Jason Statham beating the shit out of you, followed by them taking you and killing you in a plane crash. And then Jason Statham cuts off your hand with your offending former prize of a ring that was taken from you by Jason Statham. Only
It's
for
ridiculous.
Sly Stallone to come
Because
in.
if you remember, in the first movies, they had a moral code. Like, they were against, like, killing people who didn't deserve it. And then the very end of this movie is them laughing about killing an innocent person and just burning him into a crisp. It's just, what a movie.
I think there's a deeper message behind that. And I think the message is, lol, like, just fucking make a movie, bro. Who cares? He's like, I'm convinced the Expendables is an experiment to say, it's all these old action heads who are just kind of like, yeah, I just want to hang out with my homies and make a movie as a tax write-off, you know. I mean,
it's not even just old action heads anymore. It's old rappers too, apparently.
Now we have old why 50 Cent.
I skipped over the best part of 50 Cent. So I don't understand what they're doing with this, but so they distract the bad guys by playing a 50 Cent song. They play PIMP, pimp.
Yeah.
But it's just like, so 50 Cent exists in this universe because they're playing straight up his song.
Right. I was about to say, wait, hold on. So 50 Cent, the entity itself, the person, exists as an actor playing a role in this movie. But 50 Cent, the musician, also has to exist for this to be playing.
They could have picked any song. They picked the 50 Cent song.
I love this. How do I watch this for free anywhere?
I'm sure there's a way.
How do I watch only like 3 or 4 of these scenes of the movie? I'm gonna pick this for Movie Club. That's what I'm gonna do. I want to pick these.
Oh, you gotta pick it. It's like so bad. It's actually funny.
I'm like very convinced I'm gonna put this in the movie wheel for we're literally about to do our end of season wrap up for like our most recent seasons. We always just like leap right into the new season because we're always producing content. So like, make sure to check that out at the FN podcast. You can catch me and 3 of my buddies. We review movies every week. This week, this is the week where we're doing it. You won't actually see this video drop for like probably around Christmas time, maybe Thanksgiving.
Oh.
But we're reviewing the movie Zardos. You ever heard of this movie, Nat?
No.
Zardos. Zardoz.
Zardo.
Oh.
1974 features Sean Connery.
Yeah. I've never heard of this movie.
You never will after this discussion either.
Did you pick this movie or did someone else pick this movie?
No, a buddy of mine picks this movie.
Ah.
I can't recommend it. but there is an obscene amount of nudity and a decent amount of rape.
You had me at the nudity. You lost me at the rape.
Yep, that's kind of how I felt. If you want to hear more about this movie, check it at the FN podcast for more.
So the FN podcast does that stand for anything, or is it like fucking, like the fucking podcast?
I like the ambiguity of it. You know me with ambiguity. AAA, FN. I like playing with the letters.
Hey Danny, what does AAA stand for?
What is FN?
What does AAA stand for?
Oh, wasn't it Asian Americans Association?
That's close enough. We'll take it.
Hey, that's what it is today. Asian American Association. Hey, and you got 3 of them right here: red, white, and yellow.
We're here. We ain't leaving.
I always do this backwards. There we go. Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. I was gonna say red, white, and yellow. It's more like red, white, and brown. We're all the Southeast Asians, so.
I'm at the bottom of the Asian totem.
No, Danny, we're at the bottom.
Oh, that's true. Well, 2 of us combined make 1 Asian.
How do you forget that I'm also Filipino? Like,
no, it's half of us. We combined into 1.
That's true. If we did the fusion dance from Dragon Ball Z, we would make 1 full Asian. I had a GIF of that. That's still I think I have that saved on my phone still. Hold on, let me see. While we're talking about being 1 full Asian. So coming up this weekend, we have the International Festival here in Bowling Green.
Uh-huh.
I'm deeply looking forward to it. It's pretty much a bunch of different culture food vendors. It's a bunch of other stuff other than food. They have like dance festivals and shit like that. It's like a big fair, right? But it's effectively this big international fair. And all these food vendors from different places come out, and you're getting all sorts of one. They had a Filipino booth, Danny. And that's when I was sending you pictures last time. Remember when I got the hello and the adobo and stuff like that?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Like that booth was actually a fucking banger. So I'm hoping that they're there again, and I'm hoping we have a good time.
I want some.
Nice. Okay. This is not that 2 Asians. Or together we're making an Asian one, but I do always find this meme very funny. I always forget about it. I just sent that into the call to action chat. I sent it to the Cyberthirst chat, but then Danny couldn't see it.
Okay. I'm not in that. I have too much thirst.
Oh, okay. I found the full Asian one. Man, I do look younger in this. I had so much more hair there. I hate that for me. Man, you guys ever just look at your old stuff and then go, "Wow."
Yeah. I try not to.
Yeah.
I used to have like a little Asian fro. Believe it or not.
I believe it.
Me too.
No, the Filipinos are really funny like that. Filipinos can kind of get a little like it gets a little black sometimes, if I'm being honest.
Jake says, "How the fuck did it turn into a 7-year-old's birthday party, though?"
Yeah. Oh yeah. I just wanted to. Oh wait, I can't. Wait, can I share screen? No. Yeah, let me share screens. Nah.
Well, you got to log into the account.
I can't. I don't remember the login.
I got you.
Yeah, there you go.
I can bring it up.
Chunks of us make 1 full Asian. I was saying it very emphatically. Do you remember what that was from, Danny?
Huh?
Do you remember what that event was? Do you remember what event that was?
No. Wait, no. It couldn't have been for the one where Abby Friel was on that episode.
No. I will tell you right now. That was me solo covering I think it was Collision. But it was one of the Schmodown events, right? It was one of the Schmodown big 3, right? It wasn't free for all. It wasn't spectacular. It was. Am I making up Collision? That sounds like actual something. What am I thinking of?
Collision was
spectacular. Wait.
Yeah, there's spectacular, free for all. What's the other one now? There's always
Collision.
It was Collision. Okay, sorry, it's been so long. I genuinely am gaslighting myself. And I was like, is that an actual one or is that actual wrestling? No, so it was Collision. I was pretty sure, but we wanted to cover it, so I covered the whole event by myself. And I just reacted throughout the entire time. But I remember I was talking to myself for a long time. And then eventually there's that long discussion about me and Danny making one full Asian person that we put together. Harold said, I can't fucking click on fucking Harold's comments.
I got it.
Logged in.
I'm trying.
Yeah.
It says, "Where's Jake? Did he get hammered and pass out?" I don't know. Well, he's always hammered, but it is his bedtime. So
it is his bedtime, but we are assuming that he is hammered. Also, whoever has the Action Army podcast Gmail, if they could send me the 6-digit login code, that would be fucking appreciated.
I got it. I got you.
Hook me up, man. Hook me up.
Okay.
Harold, without hearing any story or context, is Jake the asshole? Let us know.
Please.
Also, what did you think of Expendables?
I don't know, Harold, because Harold wasn't at my theater when I saw it, but I saw it on Friday. I didn't see it on Thursday like I usually do.
Do you got that code, Nat?
Yeah. I'm copying right now.
You got it?
Give me a sec. I gotta open it up in a new browser and everything.
I know.
Yeah, I sent it in the private chat.
Okay. Private chat.
Harold said I haven't seen it. You're not missing out much. Except for a really bad. Just rewind about like 15 minutes and you can hear me explain the whole plot. Oh, Dylan's gone. I knew that would happen. He's back.
I have finally seen 12 movies this year to make a list.
Which 12?
Past lives.
Pull up your Letterboxd.
Danny's over here talking about past lives.
You got my Letterboxd, Nat?
Oh, yeah, I can bring it up. I'll bring it up right now.
Are we talking about how many movies we watched this year? Because you guys have watched more, I promise.
I've watched, I think, 12.
I've watched more, but it's a down year for me for sure.
No, I watched Evil Dead Rises. It's a good movie, I thought.
Oh, I haven't seen that.
Oh, I have heard good things about it, though.
Yeah.
I've seen 59 2023 movies so far, which isn't a lot.
I still want to see Bottoms. I heard that was good.
It's good. It's really good.
But the number one movie, of course, is
Past Lives.
Past Lives.
Me and Nat were going to watch it.
Yes.
Almost.
Until you thought poop.
So we saw that literal pile of shit that is Phoenix. No, a client was today. A client was telling me that they were wanting to move to Phoenix, and I was like, "Why?"
yeah. There's no point. I'm trying to get out of Arizona.
Werewolf by Night. For the record, talk about an incredibly delightful surprise. Werewolf by Night.
So good. What's the next like something like that they're doing, like the
Loki? But actually, Werewolf by Night 2. Well,
Loki's a series. I mean, it's something more like
they're doing. They're re-putting out Werewolf by Night, but I think it's got like full color or something like that. Hold on. Okay, so we got Spider-Man number 2. That's fair. John Wick 4, which is fucking easily my number 1 movie of this year.
It was my number 1 movie until Past Lives.
Yeah. Barbie. God, I don't even see Oppenheimer on this list, but I see The Flash.
I haven't seen Oppenheimer.
I have thoughts. All right, Danny. So far, you're spitting.
I told you, I haven't gotten any. I haven't seen any movies. All these I've seen on streaming.
Okay, to be fair, Creed 3 is actually kind of bad, but
I
think it's appropriate for this list. I think it's right in the middle.
I think any movies to make though.
I think Dungeons and Dragons should be higher.
Dungeons and Dragons. What? Talk about a surprise fucking movie. That movie did not deserve to be as good as it did.
It's so good.
Movie. I think that movie was very fun.
I think. All right. So if I had to, how would you do Phoenix? Agreed. No. So all right, Danny. Here's what I would do with your list, right? Because I haven't seen like a good handful of these, but here's what I would do if it was me. I haven't seen Past Lives, but it's an Asian-led movie, so it automatically is going to be very strong. Mm-hmm. I'm not going to question number 1 for you. John Wick.
2.
God, that fucking Spider-Man movie was amazing. So this top 3 actually just doesn't budge. It's solid, right? I didn't see Creed 3, and then Jonathan Majors. Yeah, so
yeah, now you're not going to see it.
Yeah, now you're really not going to see it. I like Oppenheimer more. But I would concede that.
Really? So we talked about this? Do you prefer Oppenheimer over Barbie?
We haven't had a chance to talk about it because when we watched it was a writer's strike. No, okay. Yeah. So here's my take. I like Oppenheimer more. Barbie's a better movie.
Okay, I see.
And what I mean by that, like critically speaking, absolutely not. Oppenheimer probably still takes it, but Barbie's still going to get a hell of a lot of recognition. But Barbie is such a powerful fucking movie to so many, like to women who, especially of the generations.
Yeah,
that movie hit. That movie, and like it's so special that even I could feel something with it without having that background. Right? Barbie is really like a solid movie. I think this is going to be a lot of people's favorite movies for like their new favorite movie. Period.
And it should, because like not like even without the message and everything, like it's just a funny movie. It's like so funny.
Barbie is fun. It is very funny. It's like it as somebody with zero background and context, a dude who didn't play with Barbies with no context in Barbies and all that stuff. Me watching that movie, I still had a blast. Now, if I'm somebody who's geeking out about having that outfit as a kid from my Barbie and doing this and having that, holy shit, this movie is like Avengers Infinity War for the Barbie community. So,
the Barbie community,
like anybody who can attach themselves to that. So, like Barbie, I think for that reason is like much more special. Oppenheimer is a fantastic film, and maybe one of my top runners for like still actually taking and like for Best Picture this year. Like,
you think so? I don't know. I think it's definitely like
do.
I think it's definitely gonna get nominated. I think it's gonna be in the conversation, but I don't know. There's like a lot of good movies that are going to be dropping.
Okay, so
when is that Creator movie coming out?
There's the what?
The Creator with the
one who did the that's out, I think next week. I think right.
Yeah,
I heard it's like really really good.
What movie is it?
It's the one with John David Washington. It's like sci-fi dystopian.
Oh no, yeah, I have heard good things about that. The trailer looks really good. Yeah, no, Oppenheimer for like best movie picture so far. Now, there's always movies I haven't watched right around this time of year that come out, and then we only know them because they get nominated. But I'll come back to it. And I've got to watch Past Lives beforehand because regardless, that's a movie that's been on my radar.
I'll get into Past Lives, but I think my prediction for best picture, and this movie is not out yet, but I think it's going to be Killers of the Flower Moon. Because it's a Scorsese movie, and
God, I know you're probably right too. But like, I actually do want to watch this movie. This is the first Scorsese film I want to see in a second. So, Sup, Smithy?
But Past Lives is Piss Smithy. Past Lives is like my favorite movie of the decade. It's so good.
Movies
of the decade.
Gave me literal chills. Yeah, of the 2020. So I'll show you my list.
Okay.
So Danny's list. I think this is a good list. I would just move a couple things, but it's pretty good.
A couple of them get moved around, but otherwise, I think it's a good list. Yeah, I don't hard disagree with it at all.
Yeah, so 2020s, it's Past Lives.
It's wow.
You gotta see it.
You're still that high on the Northman?
And what?
You're still that high on the Northman?
I love the Northman, dude.
I still haven't watched it.
I love it.
Wow.
So this is my 2023 movies, and it's not really that different from Danny's list. Like the top four are the same.
The Wick Spider-Man one, I think, are practically interchangeable, but Wick's a full start to finish like conclusion to a series.
Yeah.
Wick is like,
have you started the Continental yet?
No, I've seen some really middling reviews on it, but I'm gonna get around to it.
Yeah, that's really disappointing. I haven't seen it yet either.
Yeah, I keep hearing very like it's very watered down. There's some cool parts, but it's like, a bit of a slog. So obviously
I forgot about that. Gran Turismo. I saw that too. That was a good movie.
Was Gran Turismo actually like super gas? Like,
no.
I'm
trying to find. Gran Turismo, my number 42 out of 52.
You're number 32. All right, hold
on. 59.
Whoa, hold on. Now here's the real hot take: Expendables is better than Meg 2.
So listen, you don't know how bad Meg 2 is.
Meg
2 is such fucking garbage. It's so bad.
But it's
the fact that there are 5 movies under the Expendables 4. It just
says a lot. But I think it's crazier to say that there's 10 movies under Shazam 2.
I know. So I might have to move Shazam 2
Hold
a
on.
little lower.
And you're telling me you got that fucking that Brady movie with the old bitches sub of even like
it was actually kind of a good time.
I didn't know that came out this year. I thought that was a movie from like 2-3 years ago.
I know. That's what like a movie that's forever ago.
No,
you know what breaks my heart the most about this so far was that you're saying 65 wasn't a good movie, and I haven't seen it, but I really want to love it based on the trailer.
65 was just like it was a nothing movie. It was
I
like
don't even know what that is. I can't remember.
It was
so it's the
Adam
movie
Driver
where Adam Driver is like a spaceman from the future, but well, not from the future. He's from like another planet.
yeah,
But then he lands on Earth, but it's Earth from 65 million years ago, and with dinosaurs and shit.
So it's
and that's the
Smitty
movie.
says Ahsoka was sick. Yeah, brother. I'm gonna watch it as soon as I'm out with this episode. I've been back to back with stuff today, so I really wish I kept up with my letterbox. I'm so sloppy about keeping up with it.
I think I'm gonna like reach out to like Schmodown people about coming on at the end of the year to talk movies.
I think it'd be fun. We can definitely get Zipper.
Yeah.
Here's the three people I want to get immediately: Zipper, Silverstreeny. I don't think we can get Snyder anymore.
Oh yeah, not anymore.
None
We got him
anymore.
on once. That was our one shot.
That was our shot. We had our fun with Snyder. I think Zipper, Silverstreeny absolutely come on, and they'd be a fun time. I actually really would love to get Barnes back in. Eric Barnes.
Yeah, I love that guy. Let's get him.
I
back
love
on.
him. I love all three of them.
He's
I love
like,
a whole bunch of people, but those three are very readily.
The conversation that we had with him when Push Tuesday was not on YouTube,
Yeah,
he's like he goes deep and like stuff. Like
yeah,
I wish we had that recording.
yeah, he's heady in a way I really, really dig. Like, I definitely want to bring Eric back on.
It's a different vibe
Yeah,
than what we usually do.
yeah, for sure. I think if nothing else, Silverstreeny and Zipper are great, like random movie geeks that like would be totally.
I'm gonna throw out like some invites to like people that we don't normally interact with also. And I'm not gonna spoil who they are, so I'm gonna just reach out to people.
Here, you send out a couple. I'll send out a couple, and we'll say, "Hey."
I'll send a couple out.
Danny sends
Okay,
out a
Danny.
couple. Yeah, you'll do it,
Send out
Danny.
It'll probably be like complete model. It'll be models.
Danny, I want you to reach out to Ariana, Adriana Chekic about that. No,
Exactly. Sasha Grey.
Sasha Grey. I want you to reach out to Sasha Grey and get her on this show.
Yeah.
Frankly, that would be probably a pretty peak moment in my life. Get Kaiser in here. I absolutely would reach out to Kaiser. Kaiser is busy as shit, though. Like, Kaiser would actually pop on, though. I 100%. But Kaiser would not have any opinions on movies that go on at the tail end of the year. He would be so
and that's not what he's there for. He's just gonna talk
absolutely.
about whatever.
We bring Kaiser on just to start talking shit, and then Jake pops in, and then Paul comes in because they can't not be the stars of the show when we have
Jake would not resist popping in, and Paul,
No.
of course.
Jake would, no matter what Jake is doing, he would stop what he is doing and immediately go and then pop onto the stream. That's how that would work.
Mm-hmm.
We're overdue to have some of them back on here. We haven't had some guests in a while. We need to liven it up.
Well, I was gonna invite someone on for this week, but I
didn't sound like you did though. Sounds like you didn't, buddy.
I got
and you guys
stuff
have to settle with me.
And then we got Danny.
Danny, I love when you're on the show. Don't
You know what, Danny? I do love you when you're on the
I'm
show.
not even a guest no more.
No,
You're not a guest. You're like practically a host.
You're literally the laziest host. You just come on one every 20 episodes and then actually hang out.
Yeah.
Danny, let's talk music for a second. What are you even listening to? Because
Yeah,
I saw you put up the.
I was going to say, did you guys listen to any new Blink-182 songs?
No,
I did not. That's your number one last month.
Yeah, we should. You should react to it.
Okay.
And Doja Cat has a song called Balut.
She does. So what do you think about her album?
I still like it. I don't know why she hates her pop persona. I thought that was a good. I thought the last Planet Her
I
was
get
a
it
good
though.
album.
You know, like I get it.
But
I feel like
I like her album. It's good.
I really liked her album a lot. I think it's like straight up my alley. I like this a lot better than her pop stuff.
Yeah.
I get where she's coming from though. Like she's talking about like the like parasocial relationship that she has with fans, and like they don't know her. She's just like providing a service.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Fans can get creepy sometimes.
I mean, to be
get where she's
fair,
coming from.
nobody knows parasocial relationships like a Schmodown community.
And me.
That's true.
Yeah.
Kelly says, "I thought you were
Kelly-
trashing on Jake." We did for like 20 minutes.
For like the first half of this episode, it was
That was
trashing
the
Jake.
first half.
We'll bring it back up
Kelly,
again if you want to hear
Ask
it.
Kelly if Jake is the asshole, just without context.
All right, Kelly, with zero context, is Jake the asshole? Let us know. and then we'll give you the context, and then you'll let us know if you still think that way. But no, you know what? I'll tell you right now, your birthday dinner looked tasty, Kelly.
Happy belated.
Happy belated, Kelly.
Happy
or current, if it is in fact today. I love a good birthday.
Yesterday.
Was it yesterday? Oh, fine. I don't pay attention.
I don't want to. I don't know. I could be wrong.
I could be wrong.
What is your history with Blink-182 though?
No, I haven't got them Blink-182. I've been, you know what? I've been in a little bit of a music hole, guys. I won't lie. So here's my riff. I've realized now that I'm continually listening to new music, but every now and again, I'll just latch onto one band for the year. Like, I don't know why and I don't know if it happens with you guys. I'll find a band and I'm like, this song is really good. And I'll listen to a couple other songs. I'm like, this song is good, but it's not that song, but I'm starting to grow on me. And then I start liking all the songs this year. And this year it was math rock band from the UK, Orchards. And I don't blame you for not knowing it. It came into Spotify for me. It was on the Discover Weekly, and it was Gas. It's a great song, and that's the most I've been really able to listen to. Most of their discography, I'm like pretty down with. A client of mine wants me to listen to the Menzingers. I've never actually got around to listening to them.
Oh yes,
I've
seen them live.
Yeah.
So, of course,
and they told me a song I should listen to, and I forgot it because I'm a bad therapist.
Speaking of that, there is a song called "I Don't Want to Be an Asshole Anymore." But
from the Menzingers.
Yeah, speaking of Jake.
Yeah, it's their number 2 on Spotify's most listened. But thanks.
It was yesterday. I nailed it.
Ah, good job. Thanks.
Happy.
Nat. Danny, if I was going to listen to one song from the Menzingers to really get them, like definitive song that you're like, oh yeah, this is the one you should listen to.
Yeah.
Don't just look up Spotify and pick.
No, the Life of the Party. I think that's a good one.
After the Party,
pretty good. But Life of the Party album is good too.
Life of the Party album.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's the After the Party album.
After the Party.
Yeah. Okay. That's a band that's like been around for a while, but I've never actually given one to listen to. So.
Yeah, they came around with the Front Bottoms.
Yeah. But anyway, that's kind of my vibe. I haven't. Now it's like the Front Bottoms. Yeah, you know.
I actually do. I do really like the Front Bottoms a lot.
Yeah. No, I wish I had more good hip hop listens right now. I've been trying to flesh out my my gym playlist with like the good, and I just keep pulling up Creed sounds.
Well, if you're ever looking for recommendations, like I've been listening to so much hip hop lately.
All right, I need some good hip hop.
Okay.
Yeah.
Have you listened to JID?
I don't think so. No.
So he has an album called The Forever Story.
Uh-huh.
From start to finish, it's so good. Like
just
there's no skips.
Full album solid.
Yes.
Full album. But so if you want like one song off of there, I want to say Dance Now is probably like my favorite song off
Send
of
it in Cyberthirst. Yeah, just drop the link on that.
What,
Danny,
link?
you got a random one-off hip hop for me?
Random hip hop.
Mm-hmm. But I need something with like some oomph. I need something that I can like listen to the gym and get a pump on. You know what I mean? Like,
oh, the new Nas album. Magic 3.
Yeah. That hit.
Oh yeah. Nas is killing it, man.
Yeah. All right. I'll check out
I think there's one song called like Superhero something.
Okay.
That's a good gym.
Sounds like a banger. All right, you guys got any good hentai recommendations?
Yes.
So I've been really into this genre of hentai where it's called Ugly Bastard, where it's like the
I know what Ugly Bastard is.
That's my recommendation.
It's an incredibly popular genre for no good reason at all.
Just all of it, you know. That's my recommendation.
Yeah. All right, Ugly Bastard. Danny, any artist?
Hentai?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't pay attention to artists. I just watch the hentai.
I recommend Flow. FLOU.
Mm-hmm.
Some solid work going on over there. If you're on the hubs and things like that, I think it's more on like X Video. You got Derpixon, DERPIXON. They do some good stuff too. Those are my recs.
How did this conversation get here? We were talking about music.
I just wanted to toss random recommendations in at the tail end of this session.
Yeah, but you guys have to react to the "One More Time" by Blink-182.
Okay, but we get copyrighted if we play the song.
After.
So,
man,
Flo,
I wish.
you need the "you" at the end.
Just when we're done, watch it.
Also, she's looking her age now, man. I don't know if you've been seeing these. We
Yeah, like she's aging, and that's like I'm not
which
like
is fine. No shame.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, but they're making it
But
really
it
weird
makes-
because they keep already trying to have younger replacement Flo coming in.
Right.
It's like
Mm-hmm.
it's
yeah, and we're like criticizing, but like, it feels like really, it makes me feel old because like I remember when Flo was a lot younger. I was like, he's been around for that long.
like that's my issue. Flo being older is not my problem. It's Flo being older reminding me how much older I am. That's the problem.
Right.
Like,
Like, oh fuck,
Yeah.
I'm 30 now. That's crazy.
oh, bro, 33. Holy shit.
I'm gonna be 40s, closer to 40.
Jamie as Flo's replacement. Yeah, dude, you get it. You see what they're trying to do. You ever had a dog that's like kind of old? This is terrible. This is a terrible comparison. But you ever had like an older dog and then you get like a puppy and then it's like the older dog knows. It's like, fuck.
Yeah, they're on the way
It's
out.
Yeah, dude. Like that's what it is. That's exactly what that's what they're doing.
That's what happened when my sister was born. I was
Yeah,
on
it
the way
got
out.
real dark.
I was like, holy
He's on his
shit,
way
man.
out.
Which family member did you just kill incidentally? Anyway, guys, that's our show.
Oh, he's on a
It's a
dark
good
note.
That's a good show. You guys should rewind and watch when we
You should
talk about-
absolutely rewind. This show is a lot better than we would make it seem to believe on the tail end of it. But
we talked about is Jake the asshole. We just
Yeah.
summarized the Expendables 4.
we were very excited
we
about
do
the
that?
Jake the Asshole one. We've been cooking that one since like Sunday, and that was a 10 out of 10 moment in our chat. I won't lie. Can Flo's replacement charge less than to insure a Camaro? Asking for a friend. I don't know. I have State Farm.
I have Allstate, so
Wow. Danny, what's your car insurer before we go?
Geico.
I knew he was gonna say Geico. I was like, he's a Geico guy for sure.
He's a Geico looking
I was
motherfucker.
thinking Geico. Obviously.
Yeah. He's wearing green. Of course he's a Geico
Green.
guy.
Yeah.
Anyway, guys, that is the last episode of this month. Jamie will get you a deal, says Smithy. Smithy, clearly in the right camp here. That's the last episode this month. Next month, it'll be Spooky Month. You know what that means? 2 more episodes left of Twitch Tuesday for this year because we do these things so far and few between. We have 12
We're not
weeks
gonna
left.
do next week. I can't do next week, so
Can't do next
that's
week.
one right there.
It's a fall break for us. So the kids, they're out of school, so I got stuff I gotta do.
I won't have. I'll be
That's our
here.
show.
Anyway, guys, make sure to hang tight. We're gonna go raid Sasha Gray or whoever.
We're not gonna do that. I'm not locked into the thing.
If Jeremy's
But-
still there,
well,
thank you for hanging.
We'll
there.
see you next Tuesday. Tuesday being 2 weeks from now.
Yeah.